Welcome back to the workshop. So today we're going to be generating hundreds of images of the holy shrine of Imam Hussain in Karbala using Midjourney. And if you don't know what Midjourney is, it's basically a AI text-to-image generator. You just go to midjourney.com and you sign up for a free account. I think they still have free accounts, but there's a $10 and $30 accounts as well. And the $30 account gives you unlimited usage. Before we jump into Discord, I want to show you this resource I'll be using. It's a wiki art resource that shows all the art styles throughout history. I'm not sure if it covers every style, but it has a lot of styles starting with ancient Egyptian art. And it's a few dozen art styles I'm going to be using on this site. So in Midjourney, basically you just type in /imagine and then you put your prompt that you want to generate the image of, and it gives you 4 images. You can upgrade each one, any one you want, and you can get different versions of the 1, 2, 3, 4, and you can redo all of them. So let's jump right in. So we're going to be starting out with ancient Egyptian art, and this is starting off with the early dynastic period, ancient early dynastic. So as you can see, the domes are a bit different. I don't like the domes on these 3. Particularly, it's subjective, so it's just my taste. And there's different color palettes. They're all good in a way, and different. And it's interesting, you have these lines in the background here, and I don't know if these are clouds. And you have some sort of birds here. And there's a lot of people coming up the steps. Okay, then we go into Old Kingdom, ancient Egyptian art. And I like the tops of the domes on these. It's just, I don't know, like this one, it's like a cone. And this, I don't know what the shape is, but maybe it looks similar to these birds, or it's some sort of symbol. And there's some Arabic sometimes because the AI takes images from the past, and it might have some Arabic on it, either a description or the artist's name or something. Even though ancient Egyptian, it won't be the same script as the the modern Arabic, but this could be a modern take, something added to images of the past. So I don't know exactly what image it's taking from, so it's just all guesses. So these are interesting. So you have the red standing out in these reddish orange colors, and then this one is just like 3 colors, or just grays and cream color. Okay, then we get into the Middle Kingdom, ancient Egyptian art. So this one has a different perspective than these 3. It's more of a top-down, and these are interesting because they have a lot of people, but this one has a little dome in front of the larger dome. And okay, let me know in the comments which ones are your favorites as we move along. And this is the New Kingdom. Okay, this is has a lot of layers to the shrine and building, and this one I don't like the look of the dome. And this one has a lot of people, and I don't know if this is a certain event. It looks like with these curtains, I don't know if it takes like events from the art in ancient Egyptian art and tries to blend it, but I like the colors of these. Okay, then we have the art style of Amarna. Yeah, so this one, I don't particularly like the top of this dome, and there's a bunch of animals, and they're all pretty different on this one. Very different color palettes and styles. Okay, sometimes Midjourney gives you high variability. And so now we go into third intermediate period. See, so sometimes it takes a dome shape for clouds or different background items. This one has a bunch of minarets in the back. And this shape reminds me of Dome of the Rock or Aqsa. Okay, this one looks more of like a model or rendering, and this one's slightly with the light reflecting. And then we go into the art style of Ptolemaic. This one has definitely some East Asian features, and I like the colors and color palette of these ones, especially the use of the turquoise. These two have this similar view, like a top-down perspective. It's not exactly top-down, but a bird's eye view. So now it's in the second intermediate period. It's very interesting with the red color design on the side. I don't know what it's supposed to be, but it looks very interesting. And this, I'm not sure what this curve is up here. Okay. Then we get into the archaic art style. This is ancient Greek art now. It starts with archaic. I like all of these. They're really different, but I just like the way they look. This one has your eye leading from this path to the shrine, and this one has some possible writing or something design going up the top of the minaret, the dome on the minaret too, a bit over here. And the red is standing out on this one. And then we have the art style of classical ancient Greek art. Colors are pretty similar here. These two have additional colors that the bottom two don't. There's like 3 domes in each one. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Over here, I think there's 1, 2, 3. So that might be some feature of this period. I don't know if it's adding stuff or just 3s or something. This one is a Hellenistic art style. This is really tall building. It must have a lot of stairs going up. This one's is different than the other 3. Slightly more realistic or rendering versus the painting style. Okay, this is geometric ancient Greek art. This one has a lot of interesting shapes and patterns. This one's harder to recognize, so it looks interesting, but it's I would say my least favorite because just you can't recognize it. Okay, then we get into the early Byzantine. And a pro tip, just remember you can speed up a video if you want to get through this faster, and the forward arrow is 5 seconds forward, and back is obviously 5 seconds back, and L goes forward 10 seconds. So this one is the early Byzantine art period, art styles of that period. Yeah, so look, I think there's like clouds in the background, and this minaret is coming out of the cloud, I believe. And they look slightly different too from each other on the sides. Okay, then you have Middle Byzantine. This one's from the inside. It's interesting. You could definitely tell this is that big influence from that time period. They just added these images of from that period. You never find those in shrines or masjids and stuff. So, and this is very interesting. The domes have some pattern on it. Okay, and you have the Mozarabic. These are really interesting. I like this one, and I like this one too. This one looks like a 3D model made from metal, or a rendering. And this one, the top of the dome is just too much going on. This is the early Christian. Okay, so you can see definitely there's differences in the domes. The shapes of the domes. I like this one. I just like the coloring of it, and you can see there's a lot of domes and minarets on this one. And then we get into the Komnenian style. Yeah, it definitely changes here with the clouds and the darker mood and tone. And then you have some water at the bottom, like a reflection. There could be a river here. I don't know if they're walking through or if that's a little boat. And over here, there's some flags. And this, I don't know what this is. It's some sort of maybe sign or symbol. And this is interesting lighting. Okay, then you get into the Latin Empire of Constantinople. Okay, so it's probably the architecture taken from that period, because you have like 3 layers of arches here. And you can see the dome definitely looks different between all of these. These two look a little bit more similar, but this looks a little bit European style. Okay, then we go into late Byzantine Paleologan Renaissance. You can see there's water here. And you have like 6 minarets here, and then more in the background on the sides. And this, I don't know what this is right here. Okay. It's interesting. And this is the art style of Byzantine. I like the look of the people walking here, that they stand out. Okay. I like the reflections too, the light and the reflections. This is the art style Macedonian Renaissance. Yeah, clouds are a big feature in these. And I don't know if these are some sort of fires. And these are a bunch of candles. And there's obviously the water. A bit too many domes, I think, and minarets. Too much busy here. And I don't know what this... It looks like a cloud or hill texture right here. Okay, then you get into the art style Romanesque. Yeah, again, there's a lot of minarets here, and they're just very interesting. And that's a interesting, like a sort of light coming up. And this one, there's like a building above the dome. I haven't seen that before. And this is Mosin art. Oh, this is really weird. It's like a long, it looks like a big opening, kind of like a hangar. A wide dome also. Very interesting minaret here. Not my cup of tea. And this one, yeah, you see all these domes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And there's some hills in the background. I haven't seen those. And there's hills here. Okay. And Gothic art style. Definitely darker, and you can see in these two especially, it's from that period. You have the spikes at the top, and this one kind of looks like there's eyes, a nose, and a mouth, but I'm not sure. Okay. And you see again water, some candles or fires here, and a lot of them. And then you have the international Gothic art style. Yeah, look at these minarets and domes. Really different, interesting. Not particularly my favorite, but to each his own. And again, I think there's some water here. It could be water here too. And all of them, I think there's water. Then we go into the Viking art. I don't think I've seen Viking art, so it's kind of interesting. You have some interesting things going on at the top of these buildings and whatever these are, and some flying eagles or something. Yeah, I don't like the top of this dome. Okay. Then we go into medieval art. Again, you see water, or a lot of water here, and there's like a boat or something floating here. And then, yeah, a lot of domes, and it's pretty high over here. Okay, then the Crusader Workshop. Again, we have the inside. And then this one, it's probably the inside, but this is the shape of a dome. So maybe it's blending it. And there's water and fire here. Okay. And then we go into the Moscow School of Icon Painting. very interesting conical shapes. Okay, then we go into the Cretan school of icon painting. Yeah, the cloud is mixing with the dome here. And then we have the sun as a big part of this art style, I think, in each one, with dark or grayish clouds in each one. Okay, then you have the Macedonian school of icon painting. Again, similar clouds and different domes in each one, and this one has something going on at the top of this one I don't like. And again, you have water in each one. At least these three. This one, I'm not sure. Okay, then we have the Coptic art. Pretty interesting. Okay. Then you have the Novgorod School of Icon Painting. This one looks like some interesting texture going on. It's, I don't know, clouds and asphalt and some sort of material. Okay. And this one, Kiev School of Icon Painting. Again, a lot of water, dark clouds, and the sun or moon. Okay, the Vladimir School of Icon Painting. Okay, then we have the Galicia Volin School. Oh, this one's really busy here. I don't like busy as much. And this one, it's barely a dome. I don't know what you call this, but a lot of minarets and domes in these. Okay, then we have the Pskov School of Icon Painting. Again, this is very weird for a dome. And then you have some sort of cloud or mixed with a creature. Again, here, I don't know if that's a river or not. Could be water or just a path. I don't know. And then we have the Yaroslavl School of Icon Painting. I kind of like the sky in this one. And the colors of here. And then you have the Chernihiv School of Icon Painting. The domes, these two look kind of similar. And again, there's dark clouds, and some have water. And then you see that texture again from a few pictures ago. Okay, then we have the Volga School of Icon Painting. Some similarities with dark figures, dark clouds, some stuff flying in the air on these two, and maybe this one. So now we are on Western Renaissance art. So we're going to start with the Proto-Renaissance art style. And then we're gonna go to early Renaissance. And then the high Renaissance. And mannerism. Late Renaissance. And then we're gonna do 2 more for Western Renaissance art. That's Northern Renaissance. And the last one is just Renaissance. Okay, so let's see how those turned out. Okay, so let's look at this one. It seems like there's a lot of similarities versus the last ones. But I like the way it looks. Still, we get a lot of light illuminating the walkways and the nice cloud features. And different types of minarets. And this dome looks like a cathedral dome in Europe in Italy probably. Okay, then we have, that was proto-Renaissance. Now this is early Renaissance. As you can see, there's still the water aspect of probably the Venice. And then let's go on to, I like how all these look. Some of them are similar, and a lot of them are similar. And this is high Renaissance. And you can see there's a little thing on the top of the dome. I don't know if that's I'll have to upgrade, enlarge in it. This is half quality, so it's hard to tell on some details. And this dome is really elongated. I like the way this looks. I think I'll go back and upgrade all the ones I like the most, and please let me know which ones are your favorites. This one has more gold color than some of the other ones. This has a lot of red and black. Okay, and we go on to, this is so this was the high Renaissance. This is mannerism, late Renaissance. And this is Northern Renaissance. And this is just Renaissance. Okay, now we go on to Western post-Renaissance art. So let's go with Baroque and Tenebrism and Rococo and Classicism and Neoclassicism and Academicism and Romanticism and Orientalism and Costumbrismo. into Biedermeier. And then we go into Neo-Rococo. And then Luminism. And Realism. Okay. So now let's check out all of these. Okay, let's start with Baroque. Okay. So let's see this one. Oh, this has a lot of candles in the pictures here. You can see candles, 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 candles. You have a lot of stairs going up. And this again looks like the cathedral look of Italy. And these also I haven't seen before, so that's probably from the Renaissance times. And this one has an interesting dome. It really curves like that. And this one has like a interesting feature right here. Okay, then we go on to Tenebrism. Oh, this one's really interesting because it's not the center of attention. It's off to the side, I assume. This is like the main dome. And this one is really high. So those two are kind of different. And this one has some black clouds above it. So that's kind of interesting. This one is dark with light coming through. And we go into that was Tenebrism. Okay, this is Rococo. These ones, I think they have a little patch of opening in the clouds with light in that little patch, see? And this one has like it's like a mix of a dome and a minaret. That's really interesting. And yeah, so that's similar. A lot of these are similar. You have like a mini dome on a dome, and then the minarets look unique too. And this has water all the way up until the entrance right here. Okay, then we go into Classicism. Classicism? I like the feel of this one. The reflection down here, and then the clouds and the light right there. So we can upgrade this one. And this is Neoclassicism. Or Classicism. Okay. So this one, I don't know what this red fiery look here is. This one is I like the angle of this one. The water's still continuing here. Over here, I don't know if the tile looks just shiny or wet. Okay, then we go into Academicism. Oh, look at this one. It's like a triple dome. This one looks really off versus the rest. And there's like fire here. And I don't know, is that like a pagoda or something? It looks like a little bit at the top, but it looks like it's floating right there. And I don't know what's in front of the sun right there. And Interesting. Okay, then we go into romanticism. Okay, then we go into Orientalism. So you have the green domes here. And this looks like a dome in the background. A cloud or something back there. And this dome looks similar to some other ones, but it's unique. Like this is a really thick minaret, and this is interesting minaret too. And then we go into costumerismo. Yeah, there's this cloud-looking dome in the back. Okay, then you have Neo-Rococo. Well, this is the first time I saw a round water enclosure here. And then you have something flying in the clouds. That's really unique, and the first time I'm seeing that. Like a big structure or something big flying. And I don't know what this... It's like fire dividing the water and the land. Okay. Then we go into luminism. Well, I like this perspective of the person leading up to the dome, to the haram. I like this one. Okay, I'll upgrade that one. Number 3. Okay, then this is realism. Okay. So this is the upgraded one I did earlier. Looks nice. I like the reflection and the openness of this tiled area, and I like the feel of the clouds in the sky and the sun. And then we have this one, and these ones you can crop and zoom out, zoom in. You can do a lot with the new features of Midjourney, so I'll work on that later. Okay, now we're gonna get into now we've finished realism. Now we're going to go into modern art. Okay, so let's start that era. So the first one is American realism. And then we go into naturalism. And then I'm going to copy and paste this one because there's some the eye has some it's a unique eye, so I'm just going to copy and paste. Okay, then we're going to go into, that was naive art or primitivism, and then social realism. Oh man, I have to, okay, so then I have to recopy and paste this. Okay, social realism. I'll see, the prompt is, let's just delete all of it and do it over. Social realism. And we go into automatic painting. And let's see. Yeah, the modern art is really long. So then we go into action painting. And surrealism. Post-impressionism. then symbolism, then metaphysical art, then tonalism, then impressionism, then magic realism, then fantastic realism, then pointillism, okay, then we go into impressionism, then we go into, oh no, I did impressionism. I was on fantastic realism. Yeah, fantastic realism. Then we go into pointillism. I think I did some of these, but we're gonna compare the first generation to the next generation, so it's a good test. And then divisionism, and then abstract art, and then neo-baroque, and then we'll do Japanism, and purism. Okay, let's stop there and go back to the top. So, American realism. Let's go to there. Okay. Okay, a quick way, you could do Control F and look up American realism. So then you click here. It's right here. Okay. So American realism. Okay. This dome looks really off. Look, it comes there and then it goes. It's totally not symmetrical. Okay, then this is naturalism. There's like smoke coming out of here. There's some Arabic writing here. After a long time, we didn't have any writing on any of them. Okay, then you have primitivism. Oh, this one looks totally Asian style, Japanese. And this, the sun is here, but the sunset color is like this, but that's maybe the art style. So okay, then we go into social realism. And this dome has some pattern on it. And this one has a little bit of divide between the building and the dome. Okay, then we go into automatic painting style. This is a really flat dome. And the clouds all look nice. These three look similar, and these clouds look different than those three. And this is action painting. And then we go to surrealism. I don't know what these are in the sky. Maybe some of these could look like eagles, but these ones I don't know. And then there's some light here, and the light is coming down. That's a cool little look. Then we go into post-impressionism. So these are starting to look a little different with the swatches of colors, and you can see it's not as realistic. I like the way it looks though. I like this style. Okay, then we go into symbolism. I like the silhouette look of this. And then we have metaphysical art. Okay. You still have water and I don't know if this is wet or it just rained, but it has like a shine to it. Okay, then we go into tonalism. Then we go into impressionism. Again, I think some of these, one or two of them might repeat, so it's good to see the different versions. See, like here. I also like the way these look. And then we have magic realism. Yeah, this one doesn't even have a dome here. Unless the AI put it. I don't know if that looks like a dome. Let's see, there's still water here. Okay, then we go into fantastic realism. Then pointillism. You can start seeing the dots, and over here it looks like it's raining on the screen. And then we have impressionism. I like the style of these two. Okay, and this is fantastic realism, so just like this one here. So let's look at it one more time. I don't know what this is, like pouring down or something. That looks a bit non-symmetrical. This one also. And then we go into pointillism again. Oh, that's interesting. It looks like the stars in the galaxies. And this is divisionism. If you would like if If you would like me to do the same for another shrine or somewhere else or something else, please let me know in the comments, and maybe we could do a run of that. Okay, so this looks really dark and ominous with these clouds here. Okay, abstract art, or you can say sad and somber too. And this is abstract art. Oh, look at the color on this. I like that a lot. I think I want to upgrade number 4. And actually I want to see 4 versions of that. I'm going to ask to do 4 versions of this one. I like the reflection with the colors here. Okay, then we go into, that was abstract art, now we're neo-baroque. Okay, then we go into purism. Oh, these look really different. Look at this dome. It looks really different. This one has like a flat part here, and then a lot of smaller ones here. And this one has 2 really close to the main dome. Okay, then now we're on Japanism. Yeah, this looks like some Japanese influence right here. We have water again. Okay. Here's the one I made. I upgraded. I love that color. Okay, then we see 4 versions of that one. Okay, so I like the first one. I don't like this one as much. I like these 3 with the colors. This one is a little bit more artistic. This one also, looks a little bit more like clouds. In terms of the rest, they look similar. I like, this one has lines leading to the center. I like that. They all look pretty good. Okay, now, so we finished with Japanism. Now let's keep moving on. There's a lot, so be patient. You can also, remember, you can speed it up too. Okay, so now we're on purism. And then verism. Art Deco. Precisionism. And then cloisonism. And regionalism. And socialist realism. Oh. And then synthesism. Oh, what am I doing? Okay. Synthetism. Okay. And then we have intimism. I don't know what most of these are, so it's good to see. Be surprised, pleasantly surprised. Okay, this is new medievalism, and then fauvism, muralism. Oh, I spelled it wrong. let's see what the spelling mistake, what it generates. It's always interesting to see. Okay, then we have Art Nouveau, modern. Then we have cartographic art. And then existential art. Then we have pictorialism. And then expressionism. And letricism. Oh, see, now I'm full. Okay. So now I have to resubmit those last two in a bit. Okay, so let's see if now I resubmit. Okay, now I can resubmit this one too. Okay, now let's go back up. Okay, purism. Okay. Then we have Art Deco. Oh, that's a totally different look now with the clouds. And this one is really high. Look how high that is. And this one is just kind of, doesn't have much shape. Okay, then we have Verism. Oh, there's like floating domes here. Okay. Then we have Fauvism. Oh, this one looks really like a little bit washed out. But remember, if you're making some event graphics, you can have a certain style that matches one of these. So you match your heart, your font and your colors and the look to one of these, and you can make it the centerpiece. So there's a lot of events coming up and throughout the year. So you can take the same art style and use it for different locations and different shrines. Okay, then which one was that one? Okay, that was oh, maybe it wasn't fully generated, so sometimes that happens. So this is precisionism. I like the black and gold contrast here. I like the clouds coming in front here. And this is a really like far bird's eye view. Or a long shot, or a dolly shot. A semi-dolly shot. Okay, then this one is cloisonism. Oh, that's, we have like the teal turquoise clouds here. Okay. Okay, so now we have social realism. And regionalism. Synthesism. Intimism. New medievalism. Oh, look at this one. That's really weird. And this one, look at that. There's like, how many minarets are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then Fauvism. Oh, this is the one that wasn't done, so it looks much nicer. This is really interesting. I kind of like the style. I like this one, the style of this one. And this one's cool too. I like this also. I like the colors of the clouds down here too. And we have muralism. Oh, this was this, I spelled it wrong. Mural limbs. So let's see if it's gonna look like muralism. This one looks way different than the other three. So this is muralism, the correct spelling. I'd say it looks pretty similar. Okay, then we go into modern, that's Art Nouveau. This one looks really weird. It's just a lot of, it's like web features of the building. And I don't know what this is, if it's like opening see-through or that's like a, because, yeah, I can't tell. Then we have cartographic art. Okay, so I guess they're all from the view from the top with a turned angle, I guess. This is totally round dome, but it's not a half circle. It looks like just a complete circle. And then you have existential art. Then we have pictorialism. This looks really cool. It kind of looks like a photo of with a certain type of maybe Polaroid or like an old camera. This one too, I think. Okay, so this is still working. It's expressionism. Oh, I see. I clicked it many times, so that's what happened. So we can look at a few of them, I guess. Existential art. I think we looked at this. Pictorialism. We just looked at that. Okay, expressionism. Oh, I like the coloring here in the clouds. This looks kind of interesting. Like you're in a dream or something, like where it's like a painting that spilled. So you're painting and you put too much and it like spilled. I've seen those videos where they take the canvas and they turn it. And I like this. I like the way these look. I think the dome here is not symmetric. Okay. And this is electricism. Then we have expressionism. I think we looked at that before, so here's a different view. Oh, you see clearly that there's crows. Or ravens. Oh, look at this art. It's like lines coming through. Like arrows or spears being thrown. electricism again. I like the shine of this gold on the outline. And then expressionism. Okay. Now we're going to get into Kish, whichever way you say it, and then mechanistic cubism, and then miserableism, and then neo-romanticism. Abstract expressionism. Cubism. I thought we did that one. And then analytic cubism. And then color field painting. And hard edge painting. And then synthetic cubism. And then lyrical abstraction. Then you have orphism. Orphism. And an Indian space painting. I'm wondering what that is. And then tubism. And then you have Kubo expressionism. And then figurative expressionism. And then art informel. And then futurism. And Kubo futurism. And then figurative expressionism. And then art informel. Okay, let's go back up. Let's look for kitsch. Okay, so we're here. So let's see how this looks. Wow, look at this. There's a lot going on there, and it looks totally different. There's a car here, and it looks like it's little figurines on this blue substance, which is water, and there's like stars. Yeah, these are completely different. Okay, that was kitsch. This is mechanistic cubism. Oh, look at the dome, these patterns on the domes. It's interesting. I don't know if it has Arabic script. I can't tell. Then we have miserableism. I don't know if this has to do with any like sadness in the word, the style. Okay, neo-romanticism. Okay, I don't like the domes on these. There's a lot of water here. Okay, then you have abstract expressionism. Then we go into cubism. Yeah, it adds a lot more buildings in this style on the sides. I think if we put from a top-down view or bird's eye view, maybe we'll get less of all these buildings. But I'd have to test that out. I like the coloring and the style. Analytic cubism. It's really busy, but that's a style. To each his own, whatever floats your boat. Okay, so this one is color field painting. Yeah, this is opposite of the previous couple ones. It's a lot less going on. This has like a cartoony type look, like an animation. And these buildings here, they look like there's some sort of texture that's I don't know what type of texture, maybe mixed with clouds or something like that. And there's a big hill I haven't seen in the past pictures of here. Okay, then we go into lyrical abstraction. I don't know if that's supposed to mean there's some musical notes right here. These are supposed to be some notes. I don't know. It has a cool style. I like it. I like the way it looks and feels. Okay, then we go into synthetic cubism. I like this one more than this one because this just looks like too many things right here. And this has a lot of buildings right here. I don't know where the center of tension is. Okay. And again, into Indian space painting. Okay. So it's supposed to maybe have the moon and the space as a prominent feature. Okay. Tubism. That's a huge moon. Okay. And it looks like they're actually wading or walking through water. Okay, then you have Orphism. Yeah, I like the style of the clouds and the colors. This is Cubo Expressionism. I like this style too. This dome looks a little bit round. I don't like this one. Looks a little better, but I like the colors aren't bad on this part. Okay, then we go into figurative expressionism. Okay, then art informel. Oh, that's really weird. There's like a dome balancing on the tip of this other dome. And this one looks like really tall dome, double decker, triple decker dome there. And there's a red flag here. I don't know if that's sticking in the ground or what's going on there. And then futurism. Hard edge painting. And then cubofuturism. Wow, look at this one. It's interesting. All the lines going towards the sun and the dome. And the person here. I like this one. I would upgrade this one. Number 3. Okay, then we have figurative expressionism. This one has a cool look. This one has the sun right at the tip of the top of the dome. Okay, then we have art informel again. Okay. And here's that one I just upgraded. Yeah, I like this one. Okay. See, let's try this. I'm going to just show you real quick. You can zoom out and see how it looks, and then zoom out 2 times. And then we can maybe pan it to the left. Let's do a very strong and subtle too on this. Let's do a lot with this image. Okay, while those are loading, we can go back into generating some options. So we did figurative art informel. Okay. So imagine Tashisme. And then neo-concretism. Concretism. And then Rayonism. Synchronism. Performance art. And then Dada. And then Transautomatism. Suprematism. And then Sots art. and then Neo-Byzantine. And then post-painterly abstraction. And then constructivism. And then Severe style. Okay. So now we'll go back up to the panning ones and the zoomed ones. Here we go. Okay. So this one, it says zoomed out. Okay. This one, I don't know. It's good. It has still this main feature, but this one becomes like blurry, and it's like you're moving quickly forward, maybe. So that's a cool aspect of it. I don't know if you get a feeling of moving quickly towards the shrine or slowly, but this looks like now with this even more that you're going in fast. Okay, then we zoom out by 1.5. Let's see. Okay. Oh, this was, I think, double. The other one was 1.5. And the problem is it doesn't say which one it is. Okay. So this one, I don't know what this is. Looks, I don't know. Looks different. You see the shadows of people, but this person becomes less of the focus. Looks like it's zoomed out even more. So I kind of like when the middle is a little bit more zoomed in. Then this one is panned to the left. I don't really know what this is on the left. It doesn't do much, but it's in terms of having it on the thirds, the rule of the thirds. In that sense, it's better if it's not centered. It depends if you want it centered or not. And then this one is in the art style of Cubo-futurism. Oh, this was the same one, but variation, subtle. Okay, so you can see that this put a sun or light behind it. The person looks a little different. Okay, and there's still one minaret on the left. Okay, then this is, so these are the so that's the styles. Okay, now we get into tachisme. I still don't know what these flying things are. There's some ways you can get rid of that in various software like Photoshop, and there's some easier ways to get rid of it with AI and some apps. And this one has some black rain or clouds or light, black light, or no, it's just black stuff coming down. And then this is Cubo-futurism. This is the one that I did variation strong. Okay, so you can see the sun. There's 4 different styles, and the clouds are different. Minarets are different. There's 2 on some, 1 on the right, and there's different. This has a lot of people as a focal point. This one has semi in walking in the middle. Okay, so then we go into neoconcretism. Oh, I don't like the way any of these look. And I don't know what that's like a water or cloud? Okay, let's move on. Rayanism. Okay. Synchronism. performance art. Dada style. Oh, look at that. There's a little boat here. I don't know what all this stuff is. And this, it looks like water's pouring down here. I don't know. And this, it looks like a castle. And this, I don't know. Looks like things are hanging down, or there's like a bridge type thing. Okay. Then we get into trans-automatism. A lot of spiky things on this one. A lot of domes here. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Okay. Sots art. Then post-painterly abstraction. I like these ones. They have a cool look and style. Okay, let's upgrade one of these. Let's see. Let's try let's try this one. Oh, look at this one. Suprematism. Oh man. It's like a totally random. These look like skyscrapers, buildings. This one is like a pyramid with skyscrapers here. This is maybe a dome right here. It's interesting. Way off. Way different. Okay, this is constructivism. Interesting style. This one's a little busy. Looks like some blueprints a little bit with the way the lines look here. Yeah, it's nice. Then you have Severe style. Okay. Then the Neo-Byzantine. Yeah, look at this one. There's a bridge in between two domes. And then here's the one I upgraded. I like this one. I would put that up on my wall. Okay. So now we move on to doing the art style of feminist art, and that's still within the same category. Then we move on to spectralism. Then we do fiber art. Then we do modernismo. Then it's mail art. Then it's neo-suprematism. Suprematism. realism. And then it's outsider art. And it's art brute. And then we have neoplasticism. Then we have concretism. Then we have neo-expressionism. And neo-dada. And perceptivism. Perceptism. And neo-figurative. Figurative art. Okay, then we do new realism. And kinetic art. Let's close some of these. Okay, then we do spatialism. And this is the last one. We'll look at all the ones after this. And it's op art. Okay, so let's go back up to, I think it was feminism. Okay, so I think it's right around here. Okay. So this is really interesting. Okay, so we have obviously the women in hijab and chador, and then you have reds and blacks and grays. This one's interesting. There's an opening, but it goes in front and then comes around behind it. This one it's really different right here. And this one, I can't tell if that's like a star or like a 4-pointed diamond. That's a dome kind of shape right here. And then there's, I don't know what kind of tower or building this is up here. It's really dark clouds in this one. Okay, it's kind of interesting. I like the rocks here too. Or whatever it is. It could be some sort of black rock. Okay, then we go into art style of the spectralism. This part is interesting right here. This one's really cool. I like the way it looks right here, the perspective and the outline. The stairs are interesting. I like the clouds here. Yeah, these aren't bad. I don't like the top of the dome here, and these are, I don't know what these are. Just some, I don't know, some poles or some If it's from modern pictures mixed with it, then it's probably the street lights. Okay, then we go into fiber art. Oh, so I don't know, is that the fiber from texture from the paint or some sort of fibrous materials? This one looks really interesting. I like to figure out what these are, like a tree and bushes. It's a really cool background mixed with the foreground. The background looks really different than the foreground, at least in some of them. I like the two color, dark and golden colors in the front in this one. I'd have to look at what this is exactly, fiber art. Okay, then we go into modernismo. Okay, so we have a lot of the lights, candles and lights lighting it up. Dark clouds, darker colors. Okay, then we have mail art. Okay, I don't know exactly what this is, but there's a green dome, 2 green domes. There's umbrellas here. Greenish dome. Okay. Then we go into analytic realism. These domes look a little off. This one's not symmetric, and I haven't seen one like this. And this one on this side, it looks a little not as rounded on this side. Still have all the dark gray clouds. And then we go to outsider art. Yeah, I don't like the way this one looks here. This looks like a really pointy dome at the top. And I don't know what kind of clouds or sky this is. Okay. And an art brut. Okay, that's way different. I have no idea what that is. Looks like a, I don't know what that is. I don't know, olive inside a yellow cloud. Okay. Oh, this is like a gradient dome. I haven't seen that before, and looks kind of like space or something. Okay. And we have neoplasticism. That's a cool kind of sun or effect here. That's an interesting art style here. I don't like this here. Looks kind of interesting with the red and black. Okay. Then we're at neo-expressionism. Okay, neo-expressionism. I kind of like the colors and the style. I don't like this dome, and this one looks a little non-symmetrical. But I like the sky and the clouds on these two more. This one's not bad. This one is just dark. And the water, I'm not sure about. A lot of them have some sort of water. Okay. Then we go into Neo Dada. Okay. So I don't know what the things in the sky are. Some sort of cloud. The domes are a little different. Interesting, but I don't like this one. Okay. And then this is concretism. Okay. I like the lighting on this one. Okay. Then we have perceptivism. I kind of like this part of it. I don't like, because I don't know exactly what this is on the sides. I like this little section of it. This one has a cool perspective right here, and I think it's raining. I haven't seen rain in a lot of these before. Okay. Neo-suprematism. Whoa. That's there was one style way back then that was similar. I like these two more. This one doesn't have a dome, but I like it. Well, that could be a dome right here, but I like this part of it. And then this one, it's, I like the style, but there's like a dome here. This one, I don't know if that's a sun or partial dome. Okay. Let's upgrade this one just to see it. 1 and 3. Okay. I can also get a version of 1. Let's just try that, see if there'll be more of a dome. Okay. I would zoom into this one. The first one. Okay, this is neo-figurative art. Guess there's a lot of figures here. I see some horses or camels right here. I don't know, I think. Okay. Then you go into kinetic art. Well, this looks like a realistic 3D piece made with metal. It's interesting, and this one kind of does too. And these domes are just really like a triangle. And this one, I don't know what this is. Okay, interesting. Okay, then we go into new realism. Oh, there's another triangle dome. And this is like a dome in the background. I don't know, I can't see the building with that one. Okay. Okay, then we go into spatialism. Yeah, I don't like these domes on these two. This one's a little pointy, more of a kind of triangle, like the other one before, triangular. Okay, let me get into op art. I don't know what op art is, so there's a lot of lines and patterns, like here, and here, and here. I guess it's a alternating pattern with black. Okay. It's interesting. This one doesn't really have a dome. And this one's like the inside. Okay. Okay, so here's that one. Okay, so I would try zooming into this one. Let's try it. Zoom. It's custom zoom. Let's do a very strong. And the subtle, let's just do subtle also. And then okay. And this one, let's do very subtle and strong. Let's just see what we get. Okay. So these ones, this is kind of a dome here, but probably this one resembles the closest out of all these. Okay, then let's look at this one's not done yet, 78%. Okay, let's just go here and that one will finish soon. Okay. These are really similar because I think it's a subtle one. Okay. See, this looks like a minaret. This looks like maybe a building. Okay. Then this one is the neo-suprematism, strong variation. Okay. This looks like a cross now. I don't know what these are. Just so different. I don't think I like any of them. Okay. Then the strong variation one on this. Okay. Okay, now let's get into a few more left in the modern art, and then we get into contemporary art. So let's just finish up these last four. Okay, and then it's pop art, and novo realism, and neo-impressionism. And the last one is modernism. Oops. Okay. So the next section, while those are loading, I'm going to do a few contemporary art. So that's going to be, the first one is conceptual art. Then we get into minimalism. Then post-minimalism. Then light and space. And environmental land art. They had it in parentheses, so I'll just copy that. Okay, now let's go back to pop art. Okay, so here we are, pop art. Oh, interesting. I don't know if this is raining red. It's interesting style and colors. I don't know if I like the three domes here, and then this one is just too many domes. This one, let's just try upgrading this one just to see. Okay, number 4. Let's get one variation of that one. Okay. Then we get into Nouveau Realisme. Okay. This one's really weird, strange. And this one is just too much going on here for me. And this one, I think too many domes and too many minarets right here. At least the domes, there's... Okay. And this one, that's a nice kind of look here. And then the clouds and the moon, kind of interesting. Okay. And Neo-Impressionism. Again, we see, look at all these domes. It's just, I think, too many. I don't know too much about Neo-Impressionism to figure out why those are there. And this right here is different, really different. I haven't seen that before. These look like some of the ones, but I like the look of the courtyard. Okay, then we get into modernism. The last one in this section. I don't like that one too much. This one looks a little weird. Looks like a light on a, like a, one of those movies with a, like a robot, like a scary robot thing. And then here you see some flags there. Okay, now we get into conceptual art and contemporary art. Okay, that looks cool. Like there's a flood or something, and then people are still walking there. That's kind of cool. And you can see there's like a rain cloud in this area. I'm not sure about this one. I don't like the way it looks here. And this one, there's a lot going on here. And this color, I haven't seen this color yet. Okay, then we get into minimalism. Wow. This is like a silhouette. Okay. But I think I like this one. I think I'll upgrade that one. Number 2. Okay. Then we get into post-minimalism. Oh, look at this. Oh man. That's like way off. I don't know why it's doing that in one person here. And there's some light or laser going up. Okay. This part looks kind of cool. And over here, look, it's kind of like blood here. That's interesting, like concept, because you have, you know, like the story of the past, but the building and the shrine of the modern. So it's kind of puts the two together. Okay, let's upgrade that one. But I think it has too many minarets though. It's just too many. Look, 4 and 8, maybe between 8 and 10. Okay, then we get into arts of light and space. Wow, this is really weird and different. Okay, let's move on. Okay, environmental land art. Is that like a tidal wave here? I don't know. There's some sort of river here. But it looks like, I can't tell if it's some frozen pieces of ice in the river. Okay. Here's the pop art one. Okay. variation of the pop art. Okay, doesn't look bad. The art style, I'm not too sure about this 3-color part here. It could just be the reflection of the colors from the sky. Okay, then the minimalism. Okay. Okay, now we get into, what was the last one I did? Okay. Okay, junk art. Okay, let's see. Junk art means it's like those pieces people put together to make it's a piece of junk that makes it a nice piece at the end. Okay. Cyber art. Photorealism. And hyperrealism. And poster art realism. And contemporary realism. And P&D. I don't know what that is. Pattern and decoration. Okay. So I think it was junk art one. Okay. Okay, I think I need to like zoom in to see little pieces in here. But you can see like there's pieces used in the art, but maybe not as much as I thought. Let's see, there's some here. Okay. Cyber art. Okay, this one's really high off the ground. And this one looks like smoke and clouds. Okay, and this one, I don't know what this is. Looks like a mountain and a type of dome mixed. Okay, then you go into hyperrealism. I don't like that one. I don't know if this is supposed to be like a render, like a octane render or something. I don't know the difference. I would have to put it side by side. Okay, now we get into photorealism. Okay, so it looks like kind of like a photo, but I think it needs a little bit better quality to really see the differences in the shine and details. Okay, then you get into poster art realism. You have the red flags here, but the dome is really thin here. And this one, that's weird. I think I saw that earlier, the tall triangular shaped top of the dome and the minarets. Okay, then we go into contemporary realism. Okay, I don't like these ones. This one, not that special. Okay, then we're in P&D, pattern and decoration. It's interesting. The sun is in the shape of oh no, that's just the behind the sun or moon, whatever is going on there. There's some pattern here that's kind of interesting. Yeah, I don't know what this stuff in this sky is floating or falling, or here birds or something. It's kind of interesting patterns here. It's kind of new to me, but it looks kind of interesting. And this border on the sides, I don't know what that is, but it looks kind of interesting. Okay, so that was P&D. Then we go into trans avant-garde. Trans avant-garde. Okay. Okay, then confessional art. Okay. New European art. Okay, then neo-pop art. And Neo Geo. Sounds like that old system back in the day. Many of you won't know about it, but some of you will. Okay, then we go into maximalism. Okay, then neo-orthodoxism. Orthodoxism. Then graffiti art. Street art. Then let's go into lockbrow art. Okay, we'll stop after this one and go back up. Lockbrow art. Okay. Okay. Okay, with photorealism we did that one. Okay. Poster art realism. Oh yeah, we did this one. Okay. Contemporary realism. Okay, I don't like those too much. Oh yeah, we did these. Okay. Okay, so now we're into... Okay, this is trans avant-garde. I don't like that one. I don't like that one too much. This one looks, I don't know, like a Sikh temple. Okay, a little bit. This is really weird. Okay, now into new European art, and this one said is waiting to start, so confessional art. Okay, hopefully it starts up soon. So this is new European art. So back to the water again. A lot of minarets and domes. Okay. Okay, neo-pop art. Oh, that's... looks like there's a huge figure here. This one, it looks like the center is attention, but the big dome on the side is here. Okay, this one has a cool look here with the colors here, and that color down here too. This one has a really interesting style and look. Okay, I'll just upgrade this one just to see a larger version. A Neo Geo. Okay. some of the, looks like some of the prior stuff. Okay. Then we get into maximalism. It looks like it really busy, a lot going on. I guess that's kind of what it's supposed to be doing. Like this one especially. Okay. Neo-Orthodoxism. So I guess it's supposed to be like a Orthodox type look. I don't know, like that Orthodox church or something. Okay, graffiti art. I don't know what these lights are doing here, and this one's the weirdest looking one. This one is interesting. There's like this red in the sky. Like it could be like symbolism for like the blood being thrown up, or some sort of having to do with maybe blood or something. Okay, okay. Street art. So this one has the art on the street with people walking by, but these ones are different. It's in that style and not example of the actual street art done by someone. And it's lockbrow art. Okay. Confessional art. I guess it's maybe some of the, looks like some of the maybe famous rooms of people giving confessions. These two. Okay. And here's the one I upgraded. Yeah, there's people here, I think. Yeah. Okay. Okay, then we go into stuckism. And then we go into new casualism. And then art singulier. Super flat. One word. And excessivism. And then digital art. Okay, let's close these. Digital art, then we go into hypermannerism. And the other, they have anachronism as a different word for that one. And neo-minimalism. And the last one, before I scroll down, is fantasy art. Okay. Okay, I think stuckism. Yeah, here it is. Okay. Okay, there's a lot of this muted color palette with like the muted gold and muted turquoise. Okay. New casualism. Okay. This one looks, I'll upgrade this one, number 2. Okay. I like the colors and the look. Okay. This is art singularism. I've seen so many now that just quickly like comparing it. I don't like the dome here. Some repeat of the water on these two. And this has some like haze here. Gray clouds. We've seen that a lot. I don't know what these are, birds and some mist or some sort of something coming up into the sky. And then super flat. I like the coloring and look of these. Maybe not the dome, but just the style. And these lines in the water look like a sideways signature or something. Okay, then we go into excessivism. Okay. This is hard to see too much in this area. Okay, then get into digital art. As a real, looks like real golden dome. Okay, then it's hypermannerism, anachronism. It's not my favorite. Okay. Neo-minimalism. Look at this one. What is that? Okay. I like the reflection of the sun on this one. This one looks cool. The person is kind of on a journey. And it's like somber and they're sad and contemplating, and I think I like this one, yeah. This one too, they're walking forward and the colors all around. I like this one too. I don't like maybe is that a cross or something at the top? So that can maybe be fixed. So maybe we can tweak this one and upgrade this one. Okay, upgrade 1, versions of 2. Okay, then we go into fantasy art. Oh, look at this. Like a pyramid right there. And minarets, with some weird looking ones or different looking ones. But I guess it's the fantastical style. Okay. Here's that one I upgraded last time. You can see there's some Arabic writing on this one. But it looks like the flag was blended into and part of the minaret. I haven't seen that. That's very interesting. Okay. Guess AI gives us some new ideas sometimes. Or it can maybe uncurl and when there's wind. And when there's no wind, it wraps it around. Okay. Neo-minimalism. So this is the one we just looked at. Okay, it's kind of cool. Oh, so here's the variations of that other one. Let's see if there's some crosses still. So I don't see the crosses anymore at the top. This one looks like the person has an umbrella. And these ones, it looks really weird. Like a triangle and saucer. This one has a big red cloud and pouring rain or red water. Okay. Okay, then we get into, what was the last one? Neo-minimalism, fantasy or sky art. Okay. Sky art, then contemporary. Okay, and site-specific art. I guess we'll find out what that is. And then new media art and classical realism. And post-colonial art. And the last one in this section, I'm skipping and not going to do. You can, if you have access to this list, you'll see which one I skipped. Okay, so we're going to go back to, okay, so this one we did. Okay, sky art. Let me guess, it has a lot of emphasis on having to do with the sky. I do like it. We've seen a lot of these earlier ones. We had really big focus on clouds and the different styles and patterns of the clouds, dark clouds. And the domes, I don't like on these two. These are a little flat, but I do like the foreground. It's not bad. These two, okay. And then contemporary. I don't like this one. This one is so weird. This one again, there's, I don't know if those are little boats getting there on the water. And this one is not symmetrical. That's one thing I don't like it when it's not super perfectly symmetrical. Maybe there's a reflection that I can't see, but it looks like this part comes down flat. Okay. Then site-specific art. Okay, this looks totally like a real model. This one looks like it's real model, but like miniatures, minis. And this one, there's all these huge domes here. Okay, then we go into new media art. I don't know what that is up there. Is that part of the sky? Or? Oh, this dome looks really unique. I haven't seen this. It's like these little openings here, like windows or something. And this one, I don't know what that is. Some sort of light or fire or something. Okay, then we go into post-colonial art. Okay. Nothing too different than a lot of the ones we've seen. This is classical realism. Not particularly my favorite. Definitely not my favorite. Okay, so that's the end of that section. Now we're gonna get into Chinese art. There's only two types of Chinese art, and that's gongbi and ink and wash painting. Then the next section is only one Korean art. This is just the site that I'm looking at, but there probably are more art styles in these different sections. but this is just the list I'm looking at. So the Korean one is Joseon Dynasty. Then we go into Japanese art, and that's, then we get into Shin Hanga, and then Sosaku Hanga, and then we go to Sumie, and that'll be Suiboku ka. Hi. Okay, then we go into Ukiyo-e. Oh, I like that. That's an interesting art style. I've generated some pictures with that one. I like it, that art style. And then we go into Yamato-e. And then Kano school style. See, if I copy and paste, I'll get, but then I lose my the thing I'm using a lot of. So the O has a line above it. Hopefully Midjourney picks it up, what I'm intending to generate. Okay, then it's Nanga. That's Bunjinga. And then Nihonga. And Zen. And there's one more after this for Japanese art. And that would be Eroguru. Then the next section is Islamic art. Wait. This one said, moderators feel your prompt might be against our community standards. That says Eroguru? I don't know. Let's appeal it. Okay. Okay. Dismiss. My appeal has been accepted. Okay. So this, I started with Chinese. Okay, that was Gongbi. Okay. So this one definitely looks some Asian influence here. And some similarities with some of the past ones we've generated. Okay, it's interesting. So let's look at this one. Ink and wash painting. Oh, I like this one. I like it a lot. Just the contrast and the colors. Okay, let's see which one. How about, let's just take a look at 2 and get variations of, let's see, number 3. Okay, then we go into Japanese art. Oh no, Korean. Joseon. Okay, you can see East Asian influence here and here. Okay. Okay, this is the art of Shinhanga. This is the first Japanese art one. Okay. Okay, so these colors, the colors and the palettes are Kind of cool here. Dark clouds again. Really dark clouds here. This is showing a lot of the city from really far. And again, we see it. I think there's like water here. I can't tell. But that's interesting how it's repeating. Okay. Then Sosaku Hanga. Okay. See, this is really round. A bunch of them here. And this part, I haven't seen one like this before right here. Okay. Then we have Sumie Suibokuga. I do kind of like the less colors of this. If there was less minarets in this one, I like it. Or you can kind of crop this part out. Okay, let's get that one, number 3. Okay, then get into ukiyo-e. It looks different when there's people as the main focus. Okay. You can see the moon is behind the dome and all of them. And then Yamato-e. Okay. Then Kano, school style. And if you like any of these, please let me know in the comments which ones you like the most, or which one is your favorite. And this is Nanga art style. Oh, what's this? Oh man, this looks like a, yeah, it is. It's a mouth and an eye. What? I didn't expect that to put that on a shrine or a building. Okay. Then we have Nihonga. Nihonga. Okay, this looks like East Asian, maybe Southeast Asian style. I've seen some in some National Geographic or some documentaries I saw in like Thailand or somewhere I saw. Okay, and this is the Zen style. Okay, you have a river here. This looks like, I think there's water here. And here. There's been a lot of water. Okay, Erugoru. I think this is the one that was appealed. So as you can see there, some of their appeal system is incorrect. It's still ink and wash painting. I think cutting it, I don't think you need this in the image. You can cut it from here. And this, you know, we're looking at the art styles and not necessarily what's accurate for today's shrine and dome and stuff, because there's been hundreds of years of various styles and rulers and designers, and all those years of before cameras, and so we could say this could have been, in one time there could have been like white marble or something. Okay, then you have the one I generated in different versions. I think I like this one more. They're all pretty close. Okay, so this is Sumi-e art style. I like that white outline on the people. It looks interesting. Okay, now we're gonna go into Islamic art style. Let's see how this looks. Abbasid period. And we have Ilkhanid period. Ilkhanid. And then we have Nastaliq. And then Timurid period. And then Mughal period. Just Mughal. And the Ottoman period. And the Safavid period. Okay. So let's go back to see the Abbasid period. Okay. Kind of similar to some of the ones we've seen. Doesn't stand out drastically. There's no crazy domes and minarets that we saw, and the sky looks kind of normal. Okay. And then Ilkhanid. Okay. This one looked pretty different. I don't know why they would have this look to it. I don't know if there's any shrines or mosques with this look in this one. Okay, then you have the Nastaliq. And this one is a little weird. See, so sometimes you can try the same art style but put period. So then some of them they ask for period, and some of them I didn't put period, so I don't know if that's affecting it, but that's something we could try, or you can try it just to see the difference. This is Timurid. These ones look pretty different. This is interesting. There's like this special road here. Okay. I don't know what this is here. Okay, and then we have the Mughal. Okay. And then the Ottoman period. A lot of these windows and openings here. Safavid period. Okay, now there's only a few more. There's native art. That's 3 art styles in there, and then pre-Columbian art, and then dictionaries with no category. So those are 3. So there's only like 7 more. So we're almost done with all these art styles on this reference page. Okay, so we go to native art, and then Yoruba, folk art. And then we get into pre-Columbian art. And that's called post-classic. So 900 to 1580. And then we have no dictionaries with no category. So that's new ink painting. Documentary photography. And street photography. Okay, so native art. Okay, right here. Okay, this one was weird right here. This section was really strange. And this one, I can't tell, but there's some like turquoise look to it and there's some pattern there that's interesting here. And we have Yoruba. Okay, that's a really tall, weird looking man right here, and this one doesn't look like any dome. And they have folk art. I don't know what all this is. And this here. Okay. Post-classic. Okay, and new ink painting. Oh, look at the red dome with the red sky. Then you have documentary photography. That definitely looks modern. You can tell all the lights, modern lights. Here, this is really flat dome if that's a dome right here. Okay, then you have street photography. Okay, I like the reflection here. I don't know, those are red umbrellas. Okay, well, that's the end of this section and this video. So if you liked this and would like to see all these art styles onto a different like location or a shrine or a mosque or masjid or something else, please let me know in the comments. Or if you want to see more art styles and different art styles of the holy shrine of Imam Hussain alayhi salam in Karbala, please let me know in the comments. And there are definitely more art styles, and I have 3 magazines so far I've received of the Midjourney magazine, so there's a lot of examples and art styles in that we can go over and keep continuing and generating as many pictures and art styles as we can of the holy shrine. Okay, see you next time.